Right. Well, it's as informative. Yeah, I'm not going to sort of show you me doing it, but you can't reset even to store delivery. Now, this is funny because I had this working. I did store deliveries. I did store deliveries to the store on. What did I? Did I? I don't know. Yeah, thinking about it. But it doesn't work. I just literally store delivered because I was hoping to speed this up a little bit. So not have to take a massive entourage across the map. Because there are some lunatic truck drivers on the map. And the game says no. So yeah, I just thought I'd put this on for now. I'm going to shift everything across, and obviously I am not going to reset because it won't allow me to do so. So I thought, well, we've done this once. We need every penny we can get. All it looks we were like we're rich. We obviously got more equipment to buy. Also, obviously, I've got to change my rules. Hour and times 5. Everything is just as it was. It's obviously this. I'm not showing the other two, but I did. This is the third time that I've done this because I wasn't happy. I was going plumbing for a new farmer start because it seemed more of a challenge than we've also got the loan. Let's not forget that. So I am going to be putting a generator down, even if it's just to cover the costs of like what we've actually got. Now I'm trying to think. They were everywhere, and there's ones across the road. We're going to go. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to just time lapse this. Yeah, because I don't want. I wanted to get straight on with doing some work, but obviously now I can't because it doesn't work. So I've got to like literally gather these together. But luckily, the actual shop where we buy things from isn't terribly far from where we are. So we've only really got to gather our old equipment together, which is not too terrible, really. So I am going to say my words. We're going to do a little bit of treasure hunting first before we leave. Oh, I put it wrong again. And then I'm going to scoot across. So if we're going to do this, it is an episode, then that's what we're going to do. Or do we? No, because we've got the treasure hunting. Money. It's all about the money side of things. Always say that it's not. No, that is the back. Or is it? Has it got the windrower side of things? Because if it has, why did we get the merged max? I suppose yeah, you need a windrower for more than that. I often say that. No, yeah, it has got the proper. So we will be windrowing normally. It's far less to do. The only thing I've got against this is when you open it, you have to open it again for it to actually become its full 10-meter spread, which is rather annoying. Yeah, you put it in the workers, even with Courseplay, you can set it right, and they'll go across and they'll unset it for you. So yeah, it's rather annoying. Right, anyway, yes, let's say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Not far off. Not far off at all. Right, now where then? Yeah, by design, I always try and think what? I mean, the hub of this seemingly is the new farm, but we don't know how good the fields are. So, are we going? That's a pointless one. I never realised that. There is a little sort of sneaky back road. Am I travelling? I didn't put the handbrake on. Seemingly. Right, yeah, let's try that again without roll. Yeah, it could actually, thinking about this, obviously we know there is a back gate out of there, 15 as well. We will have to investigate this because obviously at the top of the field we've got our cow place. We need to put the cows on. That is our most important thing. That's why I'm not spending cash on fields and things like that, and also got some productions to place. So really, is that going to be the epicenter here of everything? Let's have a look as well. Oh, so you do get that corner. That looks an interesting corner. It does. Now, the cow barn is in that entire area. But that field 40, as well as being very good, which we didn't know, is very expensive. Which you'd imagine it's rather large. So that is interesting. But also 43's got quite a bit going on down there. I would imagine that's the way out of the fields. If it is, there's probably that's a little bit better. Yeah, I think that would probably be the next field. Let's have a quick look because I always find this is really interesting. And if that's where we're going to put the productions because that's likely to be the place, we could probably afford that field, the smaller of the two. Wow, is this 370 horsepower beast struggling with that? I thought they'd put horsepower sort of corrected it again, but seemingly not. So no, we can escape through there, that is right. Which then goes straight into field 40, but also leads to the edge of field 15, which all converges at this end. So you could sort of put it at the end of this field on this huge headland. I would like all of our little, I'd like, obviously, if we'd bought 40 first, it doesn't really matter, but yeah, that is a point. Field 15, I think, did we get this? I don't think so. I think this is all field 40. Let's have a look at field 15 where that comes out. Because that's probably also more of a, I should imagine it's about here, but it's not. Right, so then, it doesn't have an entrance this end. That's strange because it looked like it did. This is the road, though, that leads to the back of the shop, which I didn't realise. So that's going to be very useful. So then, let's have another look. I think it's... So we'll not be able to make it. I think you can go through them. I don't think there's a collision, but there might be with bales. Some... Oh, okay, no. I'm only doing this. I wouldn't normally do it only just to show people. Yeah, it's not because I'm going mad or anything. Oh, they're a bit... Yeah, 129 tons. Obviously, that's not all. We have more. Yeah, so there isn't a way in from the end of the big field. It comes out to ours, so that's not so good, really. But hang on, doesn't it come out here? No, it doesn't. So that's quite bad, because if we were going to buy field 15 next, we'd want these to be close together. I think it's on the road. And so is the entrance to the other one, I think. Let's just fly over. We might have to completely revamp this. So entrance to that is there. Entrance to that is in a completely different place. Over here. So actually this one, although it looks like the better of the options for us, would have an awful long way to get to anything. Is that an entrance? No, it's just a tree. Yeah, so really that's not as good. If we're going to try to think of design where you're going to put productions and gets to production, so we'd have to go all the way through there across. That's going to be a pain. So although it looks the better of the two fields, this one here may be the next one that we go for, which will be arable, which would be field 12, I think. How much is field 12? Is it field 12? Yeah, it would, because no, it'd be field. Let's think about the animals. We just drove. That's the really expensive one. So it would be that one there, which is 241, which I don't think we could afford really right now. But literally is right next to the shop. Literally right next, and it does have that little bit of land at the edge where you probably would, but I would imagine, but to be honest, I think we're better to save up for that one, as much as it is what it is. So for now then, we might have to shift the Amazon, but I think actually, thinking about what I originally said, was at this end. It's sort of fairly central, so yeah, it's not far. I mean, it ideally would be in the next field, but like, it's not the end of the world. We could also place it sort of with that in mind. Oh, there's a patch of flowers there. Pretty flowers. Is there? Oh, it doesn't look like flowers anymore. Right, so production. I thought cringe. Yeah, again. It's all about what is better for the farm. We've got grass. You've only got limited options when you do grass. So we've done grass. That's a point. Yeah, I always wanted to do the one thing I haven't tried yet on the farm productions pack, or the worst pack I've ever bought, and I really wish I hadn't bought. I haven't tried that one thing, the manure thing, that makes that should have. I suppose it's not the end of the world. You have to get rid of the manure point, and obviously that becomes the manure point. I don't think we can afford it, and I've been terribly disappointed with everything about that. So I don't think it's going to be a saving grace where I think, oh my life, yeah, this makes the entire pack worthwhile. I just don't think that's going to be the case. I really don't. So if we twizzle that around, I'm going to do it sort of where the path is, like that, set back very slightly, but not that slightly. Yeah, like that. Brilliant. I think that's a bit of damage. Of course it is. Yeah, it is on that corner. Just a little bit. That's all we need. More about. Oh, got to be careful. Not about. Got to be fairly flat leading to it. So brilliant. We'll put the water in it. So it has been a long session. It has. I thought we're gonna grab the rest of the bales, stick these in there. Next session we'll stick the water in, and then we're gonna buy some animals. Yeah, I want the animals ASAP. But it's a bit of cleanup as well. We might get a bale or two extra, looking at that. Because this is the first and last cuts we have got on the field. I don't know whether to keep this as... Ooh, okay, well, we'll pick this up in a minute. Yeah, I don't know whether we're going to keep this as a grass field. It sort of makes a bit of sense when you consider we've got to drive up to the cows. I'd not considered that to begin with, either that you'd take a massive swath off the field, but it would serve as well to have a grass field. And it is if we were going to do what I said, you need a joining field, which means really grass is your best friend, because you can't drive over a non-grass field, can you? Well, you can if you want to wreck your crop, and the headland's got lots of trees in the way, so it seems probably the very, very best way of doing that. Do we leave this to the next session? No. Let's finish. Even if we just drag them. Yeah, this is a fantastic thing. The tool bale by, I think it's TED, but it's T3. Let's just get this right. Do love it. It's a very long time. Yeah, I think it's TC I think it's TC TED, to KED, so it's TED. I would imagine is what it sort of is. I think so. Otherwise, it's TC 3D. It could well be that too. It's the trouble, you don't really know, do you? Yeah, so quite pleased. Yeah, I was talking about this one, so yeah, I've got to try to get better at this. I'm a terror for like going off track. It's one of the long. I had this right back at the old stream farm when that first got released. It got released about that time, and I've never looked back. It's always been one of my favourites. I often try other things as well, what people have suggested, but this is what I was talking about, realism, with the Max's suggestion. It is fantastic, but if you're picking up 4 veils without a back plane, it looks awful. It looks ridiculous. I didn't sort of cotton on to begin with because I was so enamoured of using the new thing that Max was on about. The let me show you because I can't remember its name now. Typically, from load of tools is I always remember as I'm about to hit it, but I haven't this time. It is a beaut as well, and you can obviously use it as a everything, including the quick with transport straps. Very versatile, but it's got no backplane, so it looks silly. It looks like unrealistic. If you're aiming for realism, this has got a backplane, so therefore you could legitimately. I know it's got strap support too. There was a time when I thought, oh, I could use this like a big bag handler. It's only for bales. Yeah, it has got strap support, but only for bales. I once tried to put the straps, the splines in, the spikes, and then grab something else. It doesn't play with anything other than bales, which is such a shame, really. I think a trick was missed with that. It could have been quite a formidable tool. Not really another big bag handler. It would have had its limitations, but it still would have been quite useful. But TC3D was quite happy with it just being supporting bales, so let's stick them all on. Let's stick the other. I think there's another. I thought there was only probably another 4, maybe. It's still nevertheless a beautiful thing for baling. Yeah, I was going to go with the. It's half the price of the V-Grab as well. I was thinking of the cash, and I know we can afford it, sort of, but then it starts to run away with you. Always does. If you like think, yeah, I can afford it, let go, and then try and level to release. Got to be careful as well, because this wobbles. The actual bale trailer. It's not the most stable. I've got used to its foibles, and I do love it, but there's a bit of a learning curve with it. Right, smashing. So it's not as big a field as I thought it was, but it's not small either. It's quite a nice big medium field, shall I say. Right, I think it is. I think it's just 4 more. I think I can only see, but there might be one. There's also those in the baler, probably another couple. I'm not complaining. The more we've got, the better. Yeah, I sort of flipped again. Yeah, I'm going to do the Omaton. I'm going to do the fertilizer business. I'm not sure about PGA. I think we might mix our own stuff. Use the Omatana for mixing rather than, which does mean we're probably going to have to buy some hay and straw this first year to do the mixing. I normally only allow one thing, but farmers can always buy straw and things like that, so I'm going to sort of give myself a bit of a break, because I'd sooner try and mix it ourselves with the Omatana than not. So I'm going to go for the traditional mix, the one without the just trying to think whether we'll go with the Cavalier Royce option. That also's got almost everything. It's just a little bit more convoluted. I'm not quite used to it, as in like the way to use it properly, but it's also good business in itself. So that's an option too. It also would mean that we go with something slightly different. For those who watch the channel all the time, it would be nice to try to, although I haven't used it a lot though. I have used it a little, but not enormously, whereas the production shed and the Matana together are so good. Although I don't, yeah, it's true. I don't think there's any first business that's as good as that. Even the Cavalier Roy's is not. These two fit like a glove. Yeah, the Omatana Farm Supply Production and the Production Shed. They sort of as if they were made to go with each other, which of course they weren't. But that's. Come on, go forwards a little bit. It's playing with me, as bales frequently do. And I was perfectly level. Should really, yeah, they're sort of skittering off each other. Let's try and should be about right. Oh, look at it. Talk about give me some chip. Well, that's not bad. That was probably the best you did on all of them. That's also no, you can't fold. Got the keys wrong, as you do sometimes. Yeah, which has been a monster session, I've got to be honest. It really has. Yeah, I like this. It's nice to use the Crone one of the Arm Teams pack. It is quite amazing. It's true what I was saying. Actually, I don't know what I was saying on... Yeah, because obviously we only recorded the last... I've done sort of 3 sessions, maybe even 4 on this. But I was so unhappy with what was happening that I thought, are you just going to like just crack on and not be happy with what's happening, or are you going to do something about it? And I thought, well, okay, let's do something about it then. Yeah, I didn't just want 50 animals. I wanted more. But I thought, well, you can't do that on the reel. The lengths that were gone to stop you doing it, it was rather unbelievable. Even the field being really unlevel. But also, it wouldn't let you place anyway. It was saying something about, yeah, so it was all done so you couldn't do that. And I thought, well, I want more animals than 50. It's just too few. So we voted with our feet, as you do, really. Well, as I do. There's no, yeah, I'm not. Our farm's not as grand as that one, but I've got to be honest, it's still. It will be. It's still not bad now. I mean, obviously, in Steve's defence, they have thought of this. This is sort of a bit of a wild card farm because it is still a farm, and they have thought this through. I'm not 1 minute thinking they haven't. Same as you get the periphery for 0. That's all. It's very Oxygen David. That really, it's like the free fields, which he also always, not always, but often nicely surprises you with. So we've got our water. We'll get the water in. So I think we will do the production shed. These two as a, because it also you can do your lime and all the rest of it. I'm trying to think. Yeah, the other thing about the Cavalier Roy is it's big. I should be able to gently, like, show them the direction they should be going. That's brilliant. And so we will see how well we did. And next session we'll get this going and we'll put the production shed. Get probably over this side on the opposite side near that beautiful tree. Brilliant. Now then, how well did we do? How well did we do, in fact? So let's have a look. So I'm not sure what we're going to do because we can't afford that field. We need animals. Death Pledge as well. Well, true. I think that's where we will be going. We're going no holes barred because this is hard economy. It is hard to make ends meet. It really is. So let's have a look. Also, my settings. I'm not sure I've done everything because I did it like 3 times. So yes, we did that. Yeah, I got one of these wrong. What did Causeway? I think I put my even got my Star Wars names on the original one. Oh, I didn't. Did we put? I think I'm not sure we did. That is true. Let's have a good look at these real-time hard on fieldstone weeds, dirt, fuel usage. No, we did. Save the game. Then let's have a look. How well did we do with all those bales? Quite amazing. I'd like to do something with the edge of that bank. I really would like to make it look. So we want to be going silage digestate, that one there. So we get half, 192 tons, quite respectable. Don't know if it was fertilised, but that nearly 200 tons, that's 100 odd tons of digestate, which is going to be 75 tons of fertiliser, which is going to be really good. And it's the only income we've got at all through the entire thing. So I agree. There's two things I want to do. Yeah, we'll go and switch those first. Let's just get this bank done as if it's was there all along. I'd like it to look like it's that is, of course, if we've got the tools to do this. You can't do it if you've not got no, we haven't really got any stone, have we? That's unusual. Okay, so what does that look like if we go? I suppose. Sure, but we will, of course. No, actually, it's good that you do keep a bit of paint at the bottom of that. That's probably what made. I was trying to think. I didn't know if Courseplay would actually cope with this, whether it would know the edge of the field, but because it's all painted the green, it was quite happy. Yeah, I wanted to sort of make this look like it's always been here, so that it's not, to a degree. Probably when we can afford it, put some grass on, but yeah, I can't afford that at the minute. We need to have done well, and at the minute we're just bleeding money. And we've also had lots of help from the map maker, that I'm not forgetting. We owe. I've still obviously got the loan. I know this. I've not forgotten. Yeah, I'm not worrying about it so much as I used to. It used to be a massive thing to me. The loan used to really sort of play on my mind, but it is only a little bit the interest. It's not as terrible as you think. So I'm calming down a bit with it, just in time for FS25 and the probable changes that will occur that invariably do. Let's finish this off. Oh, carried away now. Okay, well actually it's speeding it up, so be careful I don't get the grass. Right, smashing. Now we are going to sneak up this, not quite. I'm going to put those park post markers, I will say it, put them down. So it looks like a normal thing. We will also plough this. We need to buy a plough, so we shall buy my favourite. The ridiculous dumb. There are some things, it's true, that I do take almost everywhere. Unless something comes in the sale, though, and then I really won't. So that's going to be, we're going to plough this up. Could do that before we put the animals in. We're going to feed them properly anyway. So the other thing is that at 2 Studios, I'm not sure where that's going to go. We did sort of say that already. To feed that whilst we mix our own. Maybe this is not a bad place. It is true, I am still deliberating whether or not it may be the biggest mistake that I ever make doing that. I did try to place it once, and it was then that it told me that basically I'd already sort of put something down. So we could, I suppose. Do we do that? Really go in with the fertiliser business? Okay, let's have a go. It's going to cost us a lot, though. Not that, but I mean, yeah, what we're going to do next. So I think it is still under productions. It's obviously giant, so it shouldn't be too far in. The Leyli sphere consumes air from a cow sugar combined with sulfur, creates liquid fuel. Now I'm not sure. I know this is quite expensive, as in like not. I know this is quite expensive. What I mean is the at sulfuric acid. When I did place it that first time, I did wonder. Well, I think that's actually not bad. No, you have one now. Yeah, that's because I've almost placed it twice. Now then, let's just check. Yeah, brilliant. Does he say connected to? But it's making a noise. That I would say is a fairly good. We need to get some sulfuric acid. Can we buy it? As in, like, no, that's not what I'm meant to do at all. I mean, is it much? I would imagine it's going to be much more expensive than actually. I'm just, yeah, not for everyone else as well as myself. It's not too expensive, which it will be. 500 litre. Oh, it's not actually. Yeah, we will. Okay. Let's activate it. Obviously, there's nothing to do at present because there's no. Even though it's making a noise, it's actually fibbing. It's got nothing to do. Okay, so right, we could put it on selling. Right, so then that I believe. So we're down to 272,313. We've got all the grass. We're going to do some water in that. We've got our entrance here. Do we put a bit? I think we do. Yeah, let's put a proper entrance in a little bit, as in a little bit. It's the little touches sometimes that I think make it. So we want. Do we do that or asphalt? Or gravel? I think a gravel was probably the most believable. Oh, it doesn't. It's not a very nice one, is it? Gravel. It doesn't split very well. Doesn't do the two things very well at all. Yeah, there's not a lot of grass there. Right. Okay, we'll leave that. It is sort of show. It also shows that it's a bit bumpier than I thought. But hey ho, that's it. So we're trying this. Hopefully, it's going to be all right. I'm hoping. So yeah, all that remains to be said for this second session is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.